ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. We're going to get underway really quickly. Today's Thursday, so happy Thursday, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to kick it off with Zynga. Big winner on the day, right? Up about 13%. Obviously, nothing compared to what Tesla has done within the past few trading days, but 13% in one day nonetheless is a good gain in my opinion. Full disclosure, full disclaimer, I've been long Zynga for a very long time. You know my motto for the most part, if a stock is doing well, there's no need to get rid of it. Hold it, let it continue to do its thing. Granted, we pulled back to 671 today. We went as high as 688. Second time we broke out of this sort of resistance level. Let's call that resistance 650 to 660. We initially broke out of that range last month around January 10th. You can see it here, early to mid-January. Could not sustain that. The stock pulled back, consolidated for a bit, reported earnings. Once again, we broke through that resistance line. So right now, sitting at 671, we've managed to remain above there. As long as it can stay above 650, even if it pulls back underneath this red line here, this now once resistance, now support line of around 650 to 660. Even if it pulls back underneath there, I still think that the stock is a buy. My initial target was around $8 for 2019. That did not happen. If this bull market continues the way that it's been, I can definitely see Zynga hitting around $8. So I think how soon that happens will rest a great deal on how we kick things off tomorrow. So if we can sort of like maintain, merging words. If we can maintain this momentum heading into tomorrow and next week, I can see us hitting $8, believe it or not, before we actually get into January, or what am I saying? We passed January. Before we get into March or early March, okay? Recap, because I kind of fumbled a little bit towards the ending. Zynga, like it, up a respectable 13% on the day. Broke above resistance. We can call that level 650 to 660. It's highlighted here, this red line. We made attempts to break out of that range before we did it. Could not sustain that. It pulled back. You can see here it's consolidating. Ran up on earnings. Confirming volume. Closed at 671. The high 688. If we can stay above 650 to 660, $8 is in the card. Whether or not we get there sooner, I think rests on how the stock reacts tomorrow and next week. All right, keep Zynga on your radar. What else? All right, and then we have Twitter, another winner on the day, up about 15%. We closed at 38.41. Went as high as around 39.64. You can see here this gap got filled. Another winner in the premium member community. We got into Zynga. What? I just did Zynga. I'm all over the place. We got into Twitter when the stock was trading in the 20s. It was definitely not an easy hold. However, it wasn't a stock that I've held for a very long time, right? I think we got into the trade around October, maybe even November. Hit our initial target, and I said, you know what, I'm going to hold on to it because generally speaking, usually high rate gaps are usually filled. So I knew that it had this gap around 37.76 to get filled. Today that actually happened. Company reported earnings. Stock gapped up. Again, we went as high as around close to 40, not quite 39.64. Pulled back to 38.41. I did let go of my shares, not because I'm not bullish on Twitter. I am, but because I think that I might actually get a chance to get in at a decent price point. And the next stop for Twitter, if it can sort of hold this momentum or at least hold that $34, $35 line, I think the next stop for Twitter is around 52. So waiting for that pullback so I can actually get in at a decent price point. What else? All right, follow up with ticker VSTM daily chart. I did a video on this yesterday or a few days ago. Said that the stock looks like it's breaking out. It did break out, broke above, like we can say, this $2.10 level. Yes, yeah, I did the video yesterday. And yesterday I said, well, you know what? Granted, we broke out, but did not particularly appreciate the volume that came in. And today, look, we had that pullback to that 205 level. Doesn't mean that all is said and done. If you're long VSTM, the chart actually looks fine. The only thing that's missing really is volume. You just need more players in this for these moves to be sustained, in my opinion. All right, what else? All right, and let's speed it up for a bit. Snapchat daily chart up about 5%, which is great considering yesterday after the company reported earnings, it was down about 14%. So you had a bit of a pop, still sitting here at $17. So despite all the gloom and doom, Snap for the most part continues to hang in there. Like it continues to hang around that $15 to $18 range. Hint, hint. That might be decent areas to actually go long, right? Not wrong, but long. You might be wrong. Who knows? Anyway, so for me, I'm still long Snap. I've been long for a very long time. Did not let go of any of my shares when it had that 14% sell-off. I really do believe in the Snap story. And so for me, I'm paying attention to obviously resistance of around $20, but for me the gold would be if it can get back to all-time highs of around $29. Like I'd be looking to unload around there, but until then I'm long Snap. What else? All right, let's do a follow-up on ticker SEEDC daily chart. It's off about 1.9% on the day, closed at $6.12. Remember I said so the stock actually had this gap up, not gap up, it had this run up, pulled back, and it seems as though, in my opinion, the selling might be subsiding. And for that to, what that would look like, in my opinion, would be sideways trading for ticker SEED. And for the last 3 days, for the most part, it looks like the stock is about to go sideways. Now, two things can happen when a stock goes sideways. It can actually continue the previous trend. In this situation, it will be a downtrend, or it would be a reverse in course. And I think the latter is the most likely scenario. So keep an eye out on ticker SEED. What else? All right, and so let's cap it with ticker JanOne. Stock is up about 31% on the day. So huge congrats to the bulls. You can see if you look back at volume here, stock was essentially dormant. Again, this is an hourly chart. Stock was essentially dormant for a very long time. Came alive today. You had this huge gap up, run up. Stock went as high as 633. And essentially, I would say outside of the first hour of trading, the subsequent hours in today's trading session, the stock actually traded down. We closed it again, $4.12. I'm not sure why I see $3.98 here. Anyway, we're essentially trading close to session lows of $3.93. That is not good in my opinion. That does not bode well if you're long heading into tomorrow. You definitely don't want the stock trading down to session lows, especially if it went as high as 633. The fact that it's trading at around 3 something, almost half that price, says that a lot of folks are selling, and momentum probably is waning at that point. So I'd be cautious here if I was long ticker JanOne, which I am not. All right. Hope that makes sense, and we're going to cap it there. Tina here, once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section and like the video. Again, it helps to push this video out to others so they can also hear my opinion on these tickers in the event that they're in the stocks as well. That's the first thing. Like and comment. 2, make sure you're subscribed at our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. I do videos daily at varying times. If you want to ensure that you never miss a video, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. And this is the last thing. I've been trading for a long time. For those of you that are new here, you might not know this about me, but I've been trading the stock market or involved in some capacity for about 20 years. And I've learned a lot. I've lost a lot. And I think I finally got it figured out. Anyway, so right now, what we're doing on our website is hosting a free 14-day trading course, no credit card required, just talking about some of the things that has helped me along the way in my trading journey, and things that would have been super useful to me when I first started out. Had I had something similar to this when I first started out, like, I think it would have put things in perspective a lot quicker than it actually did. All right, so anyway, hosting a free 14-day trading course. So if that's something that you're in, definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support. I will